Okay, so on my last video, I showed you the tip on farming. As you know, in this video, I'm gonna continue on that with the second part I referenced in that video, and I'll give some tips that I think could be helpful for starting this game. So let's get to it. Okay, so the build for the animals, it is not that hard, and the materials aren't too hard to come by. Because once you set it up, you won't have to set it up again. So I already laid out the fences in the area. You can make this as big or small as you want on any side. So then what you want to do is clear out the bottom. Then you're going to want a chest on both sides right there. Now, there is cheaper ways to do this, but I personally like the hopper method because I love hoppers. I couldn't live without hoppers. And I would recommend putting carpets over that. But for this, I'll just cut that and repeat. Okay, so now that you have this laid out, what you'll want to do, this will be the chicken spot. And the chicken spot is really good. So, you'll be able to do this like that. And you're going to want to lure the chicken into this spot right here. Wait, I need to get some carpet. Okay, so you want to put carpet on it, so then they don't get stuck, and it'll be really annoying to breed them. But with that, now you just need the animals. Okay, so you'll just need to get 2 cows to follow you in here. Don't know why they're moving like that. It's probably just something I did. Just lock them in, and then you can just breed them all you want. Next, you'll need to get some sheep. Now, it doesn't matter the color of the sheep, because you just want to breed them anyways, no matter what color they are. Obviously. Also probably want to make the roof so where you can actually stand on the fences, so then you can collect the XP just in case it gets stuck. Oh wait, I forgot a critical part about the sheep. If you're doing this method for sheep, you are only going to get kills on them. You're not going to be harvesting their wool. So this will just be an entirely different farm, because there's no grass there. So keep that in mind. Because you can replace this with pigs, and then you won't have a problem. You'll need to be farming beetroot or carrots for the pigs. Okay, so now you need chickens. Chickens are probably my favorite because the way you can get infinite eggs and feathers while in this mod is really useful. Makes them the best, in my opinion. Because of infinite arrows and stuff. Well, second best. Sheep are still better. Why aren't you attracted to my seeds? Please? Why are you... There we go. Now you have your chicken farm right here. Almost forgot to put a hopper there. Okay, so now once it's completely full, like completely populated, it's gonna get a little laggy. So I suggest building this not too close to your base and house. But they're gonna start dying to entity cramming, so you'll get passive loot. You don't need to kill them manually unless you have enchants like education and you want to get quick XP. But when it's at this point, what you want to do is just, you're going to be farming a lot anyways from the previous video, so you'll have a decent amount of this stuff. What you want to do is start breeding them, so like this. Like, get all these tames just by spamming right click or holding right click, either work. What you don't want to do is fall in, because then you'll most likely die. And you also don't want to hit any of them either, because they'll fight back and all hit you at once, and you could also die from that if you do get knocked into the hole. Okay, so you'll notice at some points that like all of them are bred. So then you go back to the other ones, and you start filling them up with wheat. Honestly, it's usually better to kill some of them at this point if they get too full and packed like this, because then you'll get a lot of XP just from that. I'll demonstrate that in a few minutes too. Max education and looting, just hitting them like once, clearing it out a little. Then once you can't really get any more of the wheat breeding going on, you want to switch the seeds. The chickens. Oh, there's still some XP in here. Get it all out. That's the chicken one. I love the chicken one more, honestly, because they're smaller and it's more likely that you'll hit a chicken and breed them. Okay, so you got that much XP. 18 levels. Not bad for just holding down left click for a few seconds, not risking your life like you would usually be. Oh wait, there's way more in here. Hold on. 19 levels for doing this. And now I'll demonstrate what you would get from doing a quick cut down on their overfilling boxes. Okay, so it's gonna be obvious that you're gonna want at least a decent sword. Just like, let's say you find this sword, education 3, that's like the significant part about it. And killing them with sharpness 3 is also kind of important. Slash, slash, slash. Okay, you gotta be careful for them escaping. I've never had that problem before. But just killing them like this, honestly, saves you some more things hitting you. Just gotta keep hitting them. They're just some sheep. Do too much to you. And like the chickens in the last video, who unironically hurt me quite a bit. See, now it's less populated. Undo that for the cows. Okay, I cleared out most of them. Usually it's cleaner. Usually they don't bounce out like that. Don't know why they're so glitchy, but most likely they won't be glitchy like that when you do it. So now the chickens, this one's way less likely to get out usually. What I see. See? Just a bunch of levels. See, 26, level 26 from doing quite literally nothing, almost. And you can expand on this and make pig farms, which I like quite more because you can make beetroot farms. They're not the best, but they have their uses. Let's see what you can make with beetroot. I honestly forgot. Okay, forget what I said about beetroot. I just like feeding pigs. Okay, but that's the next tip of the farming thing, and the farming alone would also give you levels. So you'd probably be like level 30 something just from coming back to your house, breeding, maybe killing. Well, breeding you can do like every 5 minutes or so, so it's not like you have to wait as long as farming. The farming takes the same amount of time almost, if you think about it, because of the speeding up processes that I taught in the last video of the farms. Well, now I'm gonna give you some more tips that I can think of. Okay, so a really important plant that you'd want is this plant right here. Getting this at the beginning of every playthrough is pretty important because with this you can make bandages, which is the easiest heals to make, especially when you have a sheep farm. Because it requires barely anything. It's easier than the other ones. Well, you can always make this, but making this is just so much easier. You can make string out of wool. So, yeah. That's my tip for, like, infinite heals at the beginning of the game. Though you have to spend time using it, so it's not infinite health or anything like that. You can still die, but it helps with the no regen for beginners. Another really nice thing to know, besides that you can drink rain and fill your canteen with pure water from just getting rain, another thing you can do if you're lazy and want to save the rainwater is you can make these rain collectors. And what they do is... Oh. As I was saying, what they do is you can collect it, and when it stops raining, you can just right-click it and you can fill your canteens with it. And it's purified water. So if you ever don't feel like cooking water, or not cooking water, making the charcoal filters and stuff, this is also a really nice way to just get a fill up real quick before you leave your base. It's an easy way to save those charcoal filters. And they're not too hard to make, I believe. It's just 2 iron, 1 string bucket, then cobblestone is like nothing. It's something you can make at the beginning of the game, along with the canteen, since I find it better than getting parasites, or making water bottles and cooking them. But that's about it for my tips today in this video. I will try thinking of the next video. Oh yeah, and thanks for watching.